I'm going to begin with a man called Hunter-Clarke. He was, a few years ago, the youngest councillor in the country. Since then, he's gone on and qualified as a solicitor. And last year, he was one of the few Conservative gains in local elections that happened all over the country. But tonight, I'm not sure he's told the Conservative Party this yet, but tonight Robin Hunter-Clarke joins me on stage because he is joining Reform UK.
Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Nigel. And Happy New Year to you all. What a year it's going to be, hey? It's an absolute pleasure to stand before you tonight as your newest councillor, and I've come all the way from Norfolk. So the authority I belong to is a district council called Breckland, for those of you that may know it. And so I'm very proud to stand here before you this evening, now representing Reform. Deciding to make this move was not an easy one. Life's big decisions rarely are. But in truth, this one was simpler than most. I've given the Conservative Party every opportunity to prove it could change, to rediscover a sense of purpose, integrity and moral direction. Time and time again, I hoped it would rise to that challenge. And yet every step of the way, both the party and many of its senior members have profoundly let me down and let us down. Ladies and gentlemen, much has been said recently about the Conservative Party dying. I'm here to report to you tonight that it is now dead. In fact, I checked for a pulse before I left it, and I can confirm it's not just dead, it's been embalmed, buried and forgotten. Now, yesterday I was at Norfolk County Council and I witnessed something truly shocking, and it's happened in other counties as well, this one here too, where both the Labour Party and the Conservative Party voted to cancel the upcoming county council election. Why, you may ask? Because they know that if we had an election, Reform would win it, and win it convincingly. They're cowards, the lot of them. I told them so yesterday, and that's why I stand here today. But if we've reached the point where elections are cancelled, as Nigel has just said, simply because those in power fear losing, then democracy really is under threat in this country. We must ask ourselves, what is the role of a political party in a democracy? It's to serve the people, to represent their hopes and concerns, and to stand up for their future. When a party becomes more interested in clinging to power than serving the public, it has lost its way. And that's exactly what I witnessed yesterday. Thank you. I want to pay a special tribute, you won't know her, but I want to pay a special tribute to her, to one Conservative councillor, a lady called Claire Bowes, who stood tall and principled against the tide in Norfolk. Her courage is admirable, and I hope in time she and others like her will join us. Because make no mistake, there are many decent, hard-working Conservatives who see the writing on the wall. Reform is the future, and I want to give them the confidence to join us in delivering it. This country is crying out for change. Every corner of our nation demands reform. Our economy, our public services, our health system, every institution that has been neglected for far too long. Let's take our NHS as just one example. For years we've heard politicians promise change, pledge billions and roll out headline-grabbing policies, yet nothing has improved for patients or staff. Reform means tackling the root causes of inefficiency and waste. It means empowering local leaders and frontline workers instead of piling on bureaucracy. Our education system, too, needs a serious overhaul. Every child in this country deserves access to a high-quality education that prepares them for the challenges of the modern world. That doesn't mean tinkering with targets or exam structures. It means bold, forward-thinking reforms that put the needs of children and their future at the heart of every decision. And let's not forget the urgent need to address the state of our economy. The small businesses that form the backbone of our communities are being crushed under the weight of taxes and regulations. Reform is about unleashing the potential of every entrepreneur, every worker, and every industry to create prosperity for all. A year ago, perhaps even a few months ago, if someone had said that Nigel Farage had a shot at becoming Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, people would have laughed, wouldn't they? Well, they're not laughing now.
I think we know that one, don't we?
The opinion polls are clear. The momentum is real. Reform UK is giving voice to millions of people who have felt ignored, forgotten, or taken for granted for far too long. But let me be clear, this isn't just about winning elections. It's about restoring trust in politics. It's about showing people that government can be honest, transparent and accountable. It's about building a movement that puts the British people first and delivers the change they desperately need. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honoured to be here tonight, standing alongside all of you. Together we have a chance to shape the future of this great nation. Let's seize it with both hands. Thank you for your time and your warm welcome. Onwards and upwards.
Thank you, Robin. Now, sticking with the youth theme, but coming closer to